All right, shalom, shalom, boys here. Well, what I wanted to do today was get on here and review uh, what I've been talking about for quite some time now. And because, see, it's so important for you folks out there to understand that when you move from the city to the country, you're in a whole different ball game. And this is not preached about, talked about, nor uh, really, or people talking, or much less giving the living example of people that what they need to be doing from an economic perspective. We here, come out of her, my people. We here, get out of the cities. We here, get out of the system when it comes to um, uh, the food. We here grow your own food across the platform. Homesteaders, YouTubers, all these people. They say it all the time. Get out the country. Get out the city. Get out of these densely population centers. Stop. Grow your own food. Get a piece of property and build and so forth and so on. We hear this time and time and time and time and time again. But you know what we don't hear? Because see, if somebody does not have the living example, they cannot preach to you or teach to you how to do these things. And that's just a fact. That's just a simple fact. And one of the things that's not talked about is the business aspect of it. Everybody preaches, go ahead and get a Walmart job. Go ahead and get a Dollar General job. Go ahead and get a chicken plucking job. Go ahead and get one of these low slave wage jobs. And it just doesn't work. I mean, you got to think about it like this, right? Let's say I'm on, it's I'm on a homestead, right? And if I was to go and work 40 hours a week at one of these low slave wage jobs, and then you think that I would want to be interested in coming home and building after that? You know how stressful these people, how stressful these situations are. You know how they treat these people at Dollar General, at Walmart, at the all these low slave wage jobs. Better, much less a chicken plucking job. It's very difficult to do that. And I'm seeing people time and time again, years after years again, people stacked up in homes, no privacy, family, wife, children. You can't even have sex with your wife because you stacked up like a sardine inside of a house or an apartment somewhere. And you're working a low slave wage job and you're doing this for 4 or 5, 6 years. Or, you can't build nothing because you don't have the economic resources to get it done. See, it takes money. At the end of the day, it takes economic resources to get something done. It takes not only skill set, but the economic resources to get something done. And it's a beautiful thing to be in a situation where, hey, the land is paid for, everything is paid for, and then you can turn around and you can make thousands of dollars, right? At the same time by doing what you're doing. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first review a video that has over 1 million views that brother put me on, and talking about some of the best options, if not the best options necessary, if you're going to move to a small town and start a business. So, without further ado, let's get after it.
Repair and renovation. People will always need repair done around the house. And that's why the home repair business is so appealing to anyone with competent renovation skills. From laying bathroom tiles and building a backyard deck to more complicated remodeling projects, a good handyman is always in high demand. How much demand, you ask? In 2020, the US economy shrank by 3.5%, but spending on home repair and renovations went up by 3% during that same time.
This is my testimony. I've seen this and I continue to see this time and time and time again. This is why I stress over and over and over again. These low slave wage jobs, it said competent. Now I know a lot of people, I realize in this day and age that a lot of people just ain't competent. They're not competent. They can't think for themselves. They can't think outside of the box, and they need somebody else to tell them what to do. And the sad thing about it is that the vast majority of people, they're not intelligent enough to do these things. But I'm only talking about the remnant. But let's go.
In the United States, this is a $420 billion industry, and small businesses make up a huge chunk of it. If you're good at fixing things, you've got a leg up a lot of people. So this business idea is an excellent one for someone like you.
I have a leg up. You see, I don't have to work a slave wage job where, my monthly expenses are in the hundreds of dollars, but my monthly income at any given month could be in the thousands of dollars, if not tens of thousands of dollars. I've made over $10,000 in a single month. I'm booking business now worth $17,000. $8,000, $9,000. Could you imagine a lifestyle that you can lead and what you can do for your family and the things that you can done and what kind of nice homestead or a nice little community that you can build up if the land is paid for and if you ain't got no water bill and you ain't got no heating bill because I got a wood stove. You see that wood stove right there? You see that wood stove? And I get free wood delivered to the land, and all I got to do is get it chopped up. Could you imagine if you had a water bill or a heating bill or a sewage bill or a mortgage or a car note? Could you imagine what you can do? Could you imagine what you can do? And if you know how to network locally and as well tap into local resources, I'm in a situation now where I get all of the wood that I would ever need delivered right where I want it, cut up. All I got to do is put a chainsaw to it, put a wood splitter to it, boom. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wood stoves that I can have going at any given time. Are you getting it? I'm trying to help folks out there. This is why I've been trying to do these videos to get the attention of people so that they can understand this is how you go about getting it done. Because, it's a sad thing to get phone calls and to hear testimonies from people that live on homesteads, much less communities, and they're living crammed up in some home or because hey, and they got to work some slave wage job, and this is life. This is life. No, there's a better way of doing it, but you got to have good leadership. But let's go ahead.
But even if you don't have the necessary skills, there are plenty of existing home repair businesses looking for help, so you can get started by learning on the job. And once you become competent in a particular area, drywalling, it's in-ground pool installation, then consider going out on your own.
This is exactly what I did. I got up under a master carpenter and I learned for 3.5 years, about three and a half years. I got up and I didn't murmur and I didn't gripe and I didn't complain. And I learned the skill set. And then when it came time, I wanted to do my own thing. I want to do my own thing. My own thing. But this is what you can do if you have the vision, if you have the guidance, if you have the skill set. But if you don't have anybody over there that's telling you that you can do these things, then you're not going to do them. But if you don't have it in the spirit of yourself that you can do these things, you're not going to be able to do these things. 1 million views. I'm going to put the link in the description after I finish this, but let me go ahead and put it in there so that people can see what I'm talking about. See, it's all about the fruit, ladies and gentlemen.
Do some research in your area to see what the untapped business opportunities are. If there's a lot of renovation businesses focused on kitchen remodeling, look at specializing in bathrooms. If there's home repair businesses building a lot of decks, consider focusing on installing fences. Other opportunities can come from not working directly for the homeowner, but other skilled trades. Does the kitchen installation business need someone designing and building the cabinets and drawers? Does the pool installation business need someone to subcontract building storage sheds to?
You could build custom kitchen cabinets. You could just lay tile. You could just lay laminate flooring. There's a dozens of things. You mean to tell me that out of 4 or 5 people, 4 or 5 men, or 10 men, or 2 or 3 brothers, that you can't learn nothing? that you don't know how to put up chandeliers or light fixtures or something. Let's say I charge $150 to put up a light fixture. I can do that in half hour, costs $150. If I did 3 of those a day, could you imagine how much they can be made? This is as simple as a damn light fixture.
You can also offer specific tasks like helping older people with day-to-day maintenance jobs, such as changing light bulbs and unclogging sinks.
My chief clientele, you know what? Who they are? Elderly, retired couples, white, elderly, retired white couples. As a matter of fact, all of my clients are white. Pretty much all of them. They're all white.
Another business.
And again, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because I've heard, people say, well, I live in a racist town. I live in a racist town. Well, technically, so do I. Benton, and different counties, whatever, extremely racist. But the idea is that if you carry yourself with a certain degree of integrity and you know how to go out there and get after it, it ain't gonna matter the color of your skin. See, it doesn't matter the color of my skin when I'm blessed through the labor of my hands. See, these are the excuses that people make when they don't want to start business or they don't want to do something like this. These are nothing but excuses, because I've overcome all of these excuses.
Business that has a low failure rate is business idea number 6, self-storage facilities. Obviously, this type of business.
So it goes on to self-storage facilities, but guess what? Another business that I've started. Now let's go into, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you my website. Okay. Let me show you my website. This is my actual website, and I'm going to show you how I did it. And I put it on Wix. Let's see if I can. Where is the sound at? But I got sound on my website.
Love is in the air tonight. I am yours, so hold me tight. Love is in the air tonight. Love is in the orbit. Love is in the air tonight. Ooh, yeah. 'Cause I would love wasting time with you, baby. 'Cause I know it will be heaven making love with you. I would love wasting time with you, baby. 'Cause I know it will be heaven making love with you. Love is in the air tonight. I am yours, so hold me tight. Love is in the air tonight. Oh, love is in the orbit time.
All that work. This is my website. You see all of that stuff? All of these pictures you see, I've done. Kitchen remodels. I did that roof. I actually did that roof. I actually laid that tile right there. Additional projects that I've done. Insulation. I put up all of those stuff. Chimneys, cleaning chimneys, sewage and drain. I put up those fencing. I did that fencing right here. Those cabinets. I did it myself. I repainted the kitchen cabinets. I charged them $5,000 to do that. It ain't nothing to put together a little website. You see? You see this? Different projects that I've done. Fixing lines. Lean-tos. Paint jobs. All types of stuff I've done. See, that's a gallery of the solar. And then I got a photo album. These are all of the projects that I do. There's something going on with this website, Mom. I've got to check it out. This is something wrong. But you see what I'm saying? These are all of the services that I can do. These are all of the things that I can do. You see? Reviews and everything. These are good businesses to start. Anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. And these are all of the projects that I do on the land also. I got lean-to I need to build. All of this stuff I need to do on the land as well. You can get this thing done. Well, let's go back to the other one. And let me show again. Another business that can be started. Number one business is, I'm going to show you another website.
This idea number one, agriculture. For many small towns and rural areas in the United States, small business enterprises like farming and agriculture tend to be the cornerstone of the local economy. The low-risk nature of an agricultural venture doesn't account for environmental uncertainty, droughts and floods, which can set a farm business back pretty significantly. With a bit of that uncertainty in mind, small-scale farmers, ranchers, and small business owners in small town and rural areas can easily create jobs, economic security. Starting a small business in a small town or rural area doesn't have to be intimidating. Agriculture is a great way for budding entrepreneurs to get their small business off the ground with low risk. These types of businesses have an 88% success rate.
88% success. We see, I can't fail. That I always say over and over again. The harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. I don't know any communities or homesteads that can show what I'm doing right now. Show me one. I want to see the websites. I want to see receipts. I want to see the living example. But this is what I'm talking about in terms of getting things done, and we can get our people free. Because see, if you come out the city, right, and if you come out, but you're still in a slave wage job, are you really free? You know, we look at the scriptures about the apostles and the Messiah himself, and how they labor with their hands, they produce for themselves. Tent makers and carpenters and fishermen, agriculture and carpentry. The example is there. Why isn't it that these pastors and these elders are not starting these kind of businesses to keep the people free? Why are we sending them to low slave wage jobs? Why? It needs to stop. But we need to live an example. But somebody ain't going to preach this stuff if they're not doing it themselves, if they don't have a living example themselves. Why? Because they're living off your back. That's why.
With an increase in local demand for organic fruits and vegetables, meats, dairy products, small farmers can provide fresh produce for the local community who are willing to pay for it. And when the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics looks at agriculture, it also includes forestry, hunting, and fishing in this category. So basically, everything related to the land and its natural resources. But if we just look at farming and agriculture, there's a huge range of things that can be grown and raised. Don't have a lot of land at your disposal? Look for high-value, specialized crops that don't take a lot of space, like spices and herbs. All it takes is a little creativity and market research. Or how about agriculture support, like farm equipment repair, seed and fertilizer sales?
Small engine repair. You know how much you can rack up on small engine repair? It's amazing how much money that you can make on small engine repair. I have a zero-turn lawnmower, and I have a weed whacker. I have a chainsaw, and I always have to bring it to the local farm and garden supply people. Why? Because there's nobody locally that's gonna, if you know how to do small engine repair, we could set you up big time and make a whole lot of money. Here's a brother Santee, Dex Appliance Repair. And I'll show you that website as well. Dex. Let's see if I can find it. Now I'll get to this in a second, but
field drainage installation. You need to be aware of what the local farming community has available and what's needed. Look for the gaps for the opportunities. That's where the money will be found. And as promised, here's the bonus small business tip from one of the world's greatest businessmen, Warren Buffett. Buffett, a businessman and investor, once said, "The most important investment you can make is in yourself."
Is in yourself.
Entrepreneurs who are considering starting small businesses, whether it's a small town trucking company or a vending machine route, should take the advice of Warren Buffett seriously. Invest in yourself. Owning a small business can be an extremely rewarding and fulfilling experience, but success doesn't happen overnight. Investing in your education, skills, and knowledge as small business owners is a key factor in your business's long-term success and sustainability.
This is why I stress over and over and over and over again. The first thing that you need to do is invest in you by going out and getting the real skills. Going out and investing in yourself. But a lot of people, they don't want to do that. You know, the fact of the matter is that certain people, that's all they're good for is a Walmart job. All they're good for is a Dollar General job. That's all they're good for. And that's okay. But I'm talking about the people that want something better for themselves. And that you ain't got to work these Dollar General jobs or these low slave wage jobs. You ain't got to. You ain't got to. You can do these kind of things, but the first thing that you have to do is invest in yourself. Let me go ahead and show this. That's what he was talking about. The greatest investment that you can make is in yourself. Let's see here. Home. Let me take you to, where is it at? It's not showing up. This one is, again, my website. It's Covenant Pharmacy, okay? And basically, what we have the ability to do is sell lamb, sheep manure. We sell. It's a CSA program. If you're familiar with the CSA program, you can sign up and come and pick produce right off of the land, and we can sell it by the box. You see, these are things, and I show our garden. What we do, we can sell the eggs, we can sell the goat milk. See, these are all opportunities that we have. And this is, again, my website. This is www.covenantpharmacy.com. These are real businesses. But you got to be willing to put in the work. Nothing happens overnight. You got to be willing to put in the work. So all I'm doing is I'm just showing you the living example of how you can get these things done. And let me show you the other brother's website. Let me see. It's not. All right, there it goes, right there. This is Dex Appliance Repair. This is the brother that was out in Georgia, part of Straightway, Georgia, came out here and he started Dex Appliance Repair. Well, he had Dex Appliance Repair out there, but it wasn't doing as well as it was out here. But you see this? This is another business owned by a brother out here. He sells used appliance. He has a showroom that he's working on. You see what he's doing? I tell you, man, the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. These are real legitimate businesses that we're working on. And you see how he lists all his inventory, and he sells, and he stays busy. These are six-figure businesses right here. These business has implementing has the potential to make well over six figures in the next year to two. More than enough to buy land, more than enough to do all of these things that he wants to do. I mean, it's just example after example after example after example, but we can get it done. But you gotta have a spirit of perseverance. You gotta have a motivating spirit about yourself where you want to get things done. This ain't a fantasy, it's a reality. But as we say over and over and over again, the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. See, a lot of people, they just would prefer to be told what to do and go ahead and work Walmart. They just prefer to be told what to do and go ahead and work Dollar General or Family Dollar or any one of these low slave wage jobs that they have out here that don't care about you. But I tell you, it's nothing like the living example which we're attempting to show you. These are things that can get done, that will get done, provided that you have the spirit that you want to get things done. Let nature feed you. Let nature be you. You see that? You see that? In that beautiful? Raising sheep and chickens and goats and herbs and lettuce and tomatoes and cucumbers and peppers and kale, and I can go on and on and on and on and on. Hey man, we even sell sheep shit. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Sheep shit is fertilizer. Sell this stuff. I mean, could you imagine selling shit? We sell shit. It's money in it. But hey, these are the examples that we need to show. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of people, they love controversy, but when it comes to actually getting something done, man, they ain't interested in it at all. It is just sad. It is sad. It is sad. But hey, we're gonna continue on with it. But these are the examples, and if any, and like and share and subscribe, like and share this information. If you think if that this information could be of use to somebody, go ahead and share it. Go ahead and share it so we can get our people free from these slave wage jobs, because they don't care about us at all. They don't care about us at all. And a lot of people, they just want to get fat off of you or your back. But hey, when you know how to produce for yourself, then you ain't got to worry about being somebody's slave. And that's just the truth. But y'all stay blessed. Shalom.